Hey everybody, this is Leon the Star, and today I want to show something to you, which I think is pretty amazing. I don't know why, but this device keeps surprising me. And this time I want to show you how to make synthesizer sounds, which are not boring and which can evolve, and we can just create the sample ourselves. This technique was actually born out of laziness. I used to sample synthesizer sounds from my laptop, or I used some other sounds, but this technique can be super handy if you don't have any samples nearby, and you can just use whatever is on your Electribe to create new samples, which I think is why a sampler is an instrument on itself. So, all you need is a loopable sound. I have a sawtooth waveform here, but it could be a lot of other things. And the next thing is that we're gonna chain the short delay into each other. So we have two slots which we're gonna use for the short delay. This one and this one too, and we're gonna send it to the first so that it gets fed into the FX1, FX2, and FX3. Make sure you chain it. FX3 we're gonna put a reverb because it's so weird, it's like ridiculous, but for this purpose of sound engineering it's actually a funny effect which adds a lot of white noisy stuff. So let's put that reverb to as small as possible, and let's start working with the short delays. Actually the technique is that let's just focus on first on one, is that I create overtones with the short delay. You can hear it's getting different already, the sound color, and the keyboard part now acts as a color palette. You see that each tone is the same note-wise, but the color is different. So you could see this as a synthesizer parameter as well. But let's go for a sound. So we have a bit of bass. It's a bit bassy, and now it's a bit less bassy because of the short delay. So now we have two tones. And now let's add another one. You see? So this is the normal sound, and now we already have three sounds on top of that. Yeah, we can also add a bit of reverb. And now the part which I think is very useful is the modulator part. I'm just gonna put a sine or sine kind of wave on the pitch, because what we want is a synthesizer sweep which we're gonna resample. So as you can hear, the sound is exactly the note, it's one note, but it changes. I'm just gonna play a bit to see what it can do. Once you have a setup like this, you can just try other sounds as well and see how it sounds. Okay, I'm going for this sound, so let's resample this one. Alright. Oh, there's another sound. We don't want that. There we go. So we're gonna normalize it. And I think what we want is that when it starts kind of closed. So let's see. Yeah, this is nice. Let's truncate that. And then let's save this to a sample slot. So now we have a sound, and what we can do now is create interesting sounds for our songs, because that's the goal, right? So first we're gonna set this EG time to something like this, and now we can add some interesting effects like and maybe the Modulation is also nice. So now you can see that I'm already playing with the start parameter, which can kind of evolve our synth a bit, and we can use this to make our tracks a bit more interesting. So this is just an example, but I had quite some nice results. This is another one. So I think this is really interesting because the start parameter, you know, it can create so much unexpected results. It's way more interesting to use this than to just do a, you know, simple filtering. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I think this is a very powerful tool, and I think this is the reason why a sampler is so much fun to use, because wow, this is like just with a sawtooth and a bit of short delays and a reverb, which is like so terrible that it's amazingly ridiculous. You know, it's all here. So I hope this inspires you. I'm really inspired about this, and yeah, I guess there's always something new to find out about this machine. So yeah, I wish you a lot of fun, and see you in the next video.